fellow Toastmasters and guests. By a show of hands, who thinks organic food is better for you than non-organic food? All right, I got a few people to convince tonight. Well, I want you to know that there is a deadly secret that the agriculture industry has kept from all of us for years in the pursuit of profit, and it's hurting farmers and consumers equally. This is something that affects everybody in this room. I'm talking about genetically modified organisms, or GMOs. First, I want you to know what a GMO is. Second, I want you to know how it's affecting you. And last, I want you to know what you can do to help your friends and family and the environment at the same time. So, GMOs are actually a bigger threat to your health than you realize. To begin, GMOs are everywhere. They're in your fruit, your vegetables, your grains, your dairy, and your meat. The non-GMOproject.org actually said that a GMO is classified by taking the genes of an animal, plant, bacterial, or viral gene and putting it into something else. For example, a company like Monsanto or Dow AgroScience might genetically modify a corn seed to be resistant to herbicide to stop the weeds from taking over. And in the short run, the farmers win because they fight against the weeds. But it's not without a cost. You see, the thing is nature is constantly evolving, and soon enough, we end up with super weeds that can withstand the herbicide and pesticide. And not to mention that, the bugs that are sprayed with the herbicide and pesticide too, they become super bugs, which makes it harder not to use GMOs. This results in more dumping of herbicide and pesticide, which gets into the ground and then the groundwater, and it spreads from there. And in case you didn't know, herbicide and pesticide are poison. They affect amphibians, marine ecosystems, birds, insects, bees most importantly, and soil organisms. ResponsibleTechnology.org also stated that this can create nutritional deficiencies, allergens, toxins, and carcinogens from these new species of plant. Scientists are introducing new species of plant without any thought as how it's going to affect the environment or human health. And in the process, these GMOs actually lose some natural strengths, such as resistance to drought, in order to gain that resistance to herbicide. So now, I want you to know how GMOs are affecting you. GMOs really have no true FDA regulation and have been linked to chronic illnesses in children and adults since they were introduced. The popularresistance.org stated that since 1996, when they first came into the food market, there's been a spike in stroke, cancer, and diabetes by twofold. Autism in children has gone up 8-fold. And Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and dementia are also on the rise. Unfortunately, much of the research is rigged in favor of GMOs because much of it is funded by the companies that create them. And unfortunately, FoodandWaterWatch.org states that it's also politically driven, as many of these companies fund political campaigns for policy favors. These companies once stated that PCBs, DDT, and Agent Orange were safe. I mean, think about that. And despite popular belief, they're not the key to ending world hunger. The International Assessment of Agricultural Knowledge, Science, and Technology published an article saying 58 governments and over 400 scientists said that yields actually decline over time and were highly variable. The European Union has also completely banned genetically modified foods, to give you an example of how serious they take it. So you're asking me, what can I do? What can I do to help? There's plenty you can do to help, and I'm going to show you. First of all, when you buy food, make sure it says certified organic or non-GMO verified. There's also a little digit code that each food or vegetable has, and if it has a 9 in front of it, that means it's completely organic. Hasn't been anything done to it. If it has an 8 in front of it, that means it's been genetically modified. And if it has just 4 digits, that means it's been sprayed with herbicide and pesticide. For all you meat eaters out there, make sure you buy 100% grass-fed organic meat. the cows usually get treated better too. If you like fish, only buy wild fish, because farm fish are usually fed GMOs. And if you shop locally at a farmer's market or grow your own food, that's a great way to avoid GMOs too. Because we all know that farmers and food sellers will follow the money as long as you guys don't buy GMOs. So to end, GMOs are not the key to ending world hunger. They could actually end up one day being a national and global security threat. The scary thing about GMOs is that they can actually be patented, which means if a farmer is found with a GMO crop on his field without his knowledge, even if it was by accident, he can be sued. So I want you all to spread the word and join me in helping to save countless lives for our future children, the environment, and farmer sovereignty. If you're looking for more information, please check out the Institute for Responsible Technology's website. So who's with me, Mr. Toastmaster?